Thank God it's Friday. This means 5 days of the week you're suffering, 2 days you're going to enjoy. No, life never will work like that.
There's the quote behind us is, success does not lead to happiness, but rather happiness leads to success. And maybe in the context of a term you've coined, inner engineering, you can talk about that. Happiness leads to success. It's not that success leads to happiness.
I think till now what I've been saying in a way is, happiness is success. Because it's human well-being that we are working for. If I'm already well, is that not success? When people are working so hard for their well-being, if I sit here simply breathing and I'm very well, is that not success, I'm asking? So, just because I am happy, does it mean to say I won't do anything? You tell me, in your lives, all of you, when are you willing to do more? When you're very joyful, are you willing to do more? Or when you're miserable, you're willing to do more? When you're joyful, you're willing to bend backwards and do whatever is needed, isn't it? When you're miserable, can we get you going? Oh, very difficult. Miserable and depressed people, you can't get them going for smallest things, isn't it? But when you're joyful, you will not just bend forward, you will bend backwards and do whatever is needed. It's only after coming to United States I got this term, TGIF, it sounds like your company, but it's
TGIF, okay.
Thank God it's Friday. This means 5 days of the week you're suffering, 2 days you're going to enjoy. No, life never will work like that. We've made sure in our organization, in Isha, even in our school, it's 7 days. Because if you're really joyful about what you're doing, where is the question of, thank God we have an opportunity to do something that we want to do, isn't it? Not like, thank God I got a break. Not just me, hundreds of people around me are today 20 hours a day, 7 days of the week, 365 days, on and on. And this is because we are first joyful and then we are doing our work. We are not doing our work in pursuit of our happiness. This is an expression of our joy. So the more opportunity you get, the better it is. This needs to happen to the world. If you were joyful, you would do only what is needed. But if you're trying to milk joy out of this world, you will do all kinds of desperate things, isn't it? Why is my well-being against your well-being? Because I think for me to be happy, I must do this, this and this. No, I am joyful by my own nature because human experience essentially comes from within. Is that so? Hello? Your joy or misery, both happens from within you, is that so? What happens from within you, at least what happens from within you, must happen the way you want it, isn't it? See, this is all human beings are seeking. They want pleasantness in their life, they want everything to be pleasant. If your body becomes pleasant, we call this health. If it becomes very pleasant, we call it pleasure. If your mind becomes pleasant, we call this peace. If it becomes very pleasant, we call it joy. If your emotion becomes pleasant, we call this love. If it becomes very pleasant, we call it compassion. If your very life energies become pleasant, we call this blissfulness. If it becomes very pleasant, we call it ecstasy. If the surroundings become pleasant, we call this success. It is only for making the surroundings pleasant, you need the cooperation of people around you. For all the other levels of pleasantness of body, mind, emotion and energy is entirely your business. Hello? Some people say, no, I'm not interested in all this, I want to go to heaven. Why? Because the advertisements have always said heaven is a very pleasant place. If we told you right from your childhood, God lives in heaven but it's a horrendous place, do you want to go there? No, you will pray from here only. So essentially you're looking for pleasantness, highest possible pleasantness for yourself, isn't it so? What you want for your neighbor may be debatable, but what you want for yourself is always highest level of pleasantness. To achieve this pleasantness, we are doing so much circus on the planet. To create a pleasant surroundings, we need some work. But the rest is all internal, isn't it? To keeping body, mind, emotion, energy pleasant is completely internal. So, you need to engineer this in such a way that it is naturally pleasant. There are many ways to look at it. One simple way to look at it is, all human experience has a chemical basis to it. Or in other words, this is a chemical soup. Are you a great soup or a lousy soup? That's all the question is. If you become a great soup, this feels wonderful. If everybody cooperates, we'll create something very wonderful around us. If everybody does not cooperate, you are the pleasant part of the lousy soup.